croaker, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want right there. Lots of croaker. Look at all those. Camera's all fogged up, but we have plenty of croaker, pilchards, and a pinfish in there. Let's go offshore. Yo everybody, you just saw me casting out some bait, and now we are at our fishing spot. But first, my name's Steven with Bama Saltwater Fishing. I'm happy you can join me today out on the big vast Gulf of Mexico. You see there's a bunch of ships out here. It's no secret any type of floating structure or fixed platform in the middle of a big sandy bottom gulf will attract fish. But we're at one of these big old container ships. Check that out. All those big containers on there. Connex is just full of stuff. And these are anchored, and a lot of times the crew will be fishing off the back, so I try to be courteous. If I see anybody up there, I don't stop. But we're gonna pull up, put the trolling motor down, and drop a live bait. See if we can catch us a big one today. My setup for this live bait is a bird of prey circle hook jig. This is a 1/2 ounce lead with 50-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I just did a little loop knot there. Gives it kind of freedom of movement, and that lightweight allows that live bait I'm using to look natural. Now I've done a little uni to uni knot to my Nomad Panderra 8-strand braid. This is 40-pound braid, a Penn slammer 5500, and then a Nomad offshore spin rod. This is their 7-foot 4-inch. It's pretty much a medium heavy power fast action rod. Great for this type of fishing and casting lures. I'm gonna get one of these nice lively croaker out of our bait tank. That's why they call them croaker, you heard that? Take our circle hook jig and just go through the top of their mouth. If they'll open it. Sorry buddy, but we need some dinner today. Go through the top, just like that. It's gonna look very natural that way. Let's get it out there. These things are just insane. I mean, how much metal, how much steel goes into making these and what they can carry. It's going to be kind of noisy because the generator's running in that ship, but let's get alongside it. And you want to be fully aware of your surroundings. I mean, have your radio on, pay attention if a pilot boat comes up, any noise you want to pay attention to and see what it is, because it's no joke. Okay, I'm going to put us in spot lock anchor mode and get this croaker out. Let you do your thing. I'm going to drop it about 20 feet down or so. Big old rudder, the propeller's right in front of it. Just a lot of ship here. What I like about this Nomad braid, the multicolor one at least, it changes color every 30 feet or 10 meters. So you can kind of know exactly what depth your bait is at, or your jig, or if you're trolling, it's nice to know how much line you have out. That's just creepy looking almost. I mean, that thing's huge. Moved up to the bow. Okay, I just got ate by something. Okay, we have it. We have a fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice one too. I'll try to get away from this anchor. Don't go that way, buddy. Oh yeah, it's a cobia. Yeah, buddy. Question is he gonna be a keeper? I don't know. That's a nice ling. Yeah, that's a keeper for sure. That's a keeper. All right, bud. Wow, aggressive. He just got it all. Oh, shoot. Come on. Oh, gaff's not big enough. Come on. Good fish. Real good fish. I'm sure that camera screen is all watery. Come on, Bucky. That's awesome. These are powerful fish. I mean, very powerful fish. See if we can get them. Come on, get in the boat, buddy. What an insane fish. This is incredible. Get up here, man. Get up here. This is hard by yourself. Gaffing one of these big things. Come here. Come here. Dude, you are something else. Something else. Tail gaff, but I got him. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, buddy, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Yes. Persistence paid off. Woo! That was chaotic. These are some powerful fish. And very good eating too. That's a good one. Wow, I bet I look like a straight Googan doing that. But get one by yourself, they're pretty tough. Woo! Now that right there is a fish. Very good eating. These are called Cobia, lemon fish, ling, that's L-I-N-G, crab munchers. But look at that, highly sought after by everybody. They are highly regulated these days now. There's no closed season, but you're only allowed one a person and 2 per boat. So that's my only one I can keep. But that is a nice cobia. They are one of the hardest, powerful fish for their size. And look at that mouth. Whew, they love some live bait. I'm so happy that I got that too. Man, have to be 36 inches fork length. That means from the very front of their mouth to the fork in their tail, not the tip, but the fork. If they're not 36 inches, you got to throw them back. That's a nice legal keeper. It's going to go on ice, and we're going to go find something else to drop those croakers on. Sweet. Okay, got our ling. It's time to go see if we can get some snapper. I still have plenty of live bait, thankfully. It is getting choppy, and there's supposed to be like an afternoon shower. So we're gonna try to make it quick. Well, I came out to 82 feet of water and gonna drop another live croaker down. I want a little bit bigger one over here. Okay, there's our live croaker. Let's go to our circle hook. We might get broken off here. There's some big marks down there. They look like amberjack sharks. I don't know yet. But here goes a big old croaker. Oh, they like themselves some croaker, don't they? Yes! Big, big fish. What? That's a big one. Oh, that thing's huge. Oh my gosh. That's a big fish. Dude, I think that's a shark. Either that or dang Goliath grouper. Good gracious. Get up here. This is a giant. And I have no clue what it would be. I think it's a shark. Let's just see. What are you? It's a shark. At least we kind of got his butt whooped here. There he is. Big old shark. These are the ones that are protected. These are sandbars. And they are protected. They're a prohibited species to harvest. But these are the ones that 99% of the time take my snapper. Yep. Come on, you. Why'd you do that to me, buddy? Why'd you do that to me? At least I was able to whoop you. About a 6 footer there. Nothing to take lightly. I wonder if I can get my circle hook out of his mouth. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to. That's a good one. Oh, get up here. Yep, sandbar shark. Prohibited species to harvest. You dummy. You big dummy. Oh, look at you. Wow. That's a good one. All right. Well, I wonder if I can get that hook out. If not, I'm not too worried about it. He ain't gonna like this. Oops, he ain't gonna like this. Nope. That's not coming out. So what I'll do, point the rod and pull. He gone. No need risking life and limb for a little non-stainless circle hook that will come out. Whew. Oh man, not what I wanted, but it's their home ultimately. Dang. Let's put on another knocker rig and try that again, but a different species. Dude, I'm telling you, this setup right here whooped it. This is a Nomad offshore spin rod, the PE 2 to 4 rating, which is 30 to 50 pound rating. What a beast. Okay. Whew. That wore me out. That was a good one. Whew. About average size of them. Get another live croaker. Cast net pays for itself if you use it enough. Nose hook it again. Alrighty, see what happens. Drop you down. That was a big old shark. I don't want another one of those. That was a lot. Okay, there we go, about 35. Oh. Really? Okay, I'm gonna move spots because this spot is shark infested and it's just gonna waste all my bait. Oh man. The dolphin's happy. Is that half-tail? Yeah, that is half-tail. It's been a while since I've seen you, buddy. What's up? This is the friendliest dolphin in the world. That's half-tailed. Obviously, you should know why he's called half-tail. because he only has half a tail. He's well known in these parts. He's a big bottlenose dolphin, but very friendly. What's up, buddy? It's been a while since I've seen you. He's a local legend. Well, that was really unnecessary. I am soaked. I mean, soaked coming through Pensacola Pass. That dang wind picked up a lot. So I had to go over this way because going back would have been even more miserable. But yeah, I'll probably come out a different day because this is stone. Well, that was a wet and miserable ride. I mean, soaked the whole time. Very short together chop. I'd much rather 3 foot at 8 seconds than 1 to 2s at 4 seconds, because it sucks. We were back out the next day and it is not glass at all, but I still have some. But I cast netted some croaker. Nice baits in there. And of course I knew that was going to happen. And some white trout. But let's get one of these big old croaker because they make a nice noise that these snapper love. Typical weekend of snapper fishing. All week it's calm, and then when you can keep them it gets rough. Just drop it down about 30 feet. There it is. Yep. Okay. First hookup of the day on the croaker. Gonna get you up. See what you're gonna be. Is it a keeper? Oh yeah, nice keeper too. Nice keeper. There we go. Whew, calm yourself, buddy. Okay, we have some dinner. That's what I wanted. It's a challenge keeping the screen clean, so it's probably all water spotty, but there's our first American red snapper of the day. We're allowed 2 of them. Someone dropped down another live bait, try to get another one. That's a beautiful fish though. Great eating too. Get another croaker down there. They love themselves some croaker. Okay, we're hooked up again. Yes. This time I dropped a white trout down. Let's see if this is gonna fill our limit of snapper. Yeah, it will. Cool. He's a good size. Let's measure him to make sure he's 16. I'm pretty dang positive he is, but we'll find out. He's right on the mark. I have plenty of live bait. Let's see if there's a little bit larger one down there. Oh my goodness, calm down, buddy. I'm gonna get you back, trust me. I mean, he's right on the mark, so we'll try to see if there's a little bit larger one. Get one of these white trout out. They took a beating coming out here, so did I. There we go. All right, man. Do your thing. Oh! Our white trout got hit on the free line. Okay, we still have it. Yeah, we do. What are you? I just had a white trout out by itself on some wire for kings or whatever wants to come up to the boat. A little bobo. All right. A little toonie. And save him for bait. Get up here. Get up here. There we go. That's a little toonie. Bonita, not the Atlantic bonito, but it's a false albacore is really what it is. Okay, man, he'll go home with us and go in the freezer. I don't really want to mess with too many bonita today. I'm after reef species here and other pelagics, but I do like to catch them. I save them for strips for trolling and also for shark fishing. Yeah, it's time to go. Time to go. Fast time. Woo. Okay, everyone, we are home and it's time to clean our big old Cobia. Shout out to Mossy Oak. They're good performance clothing. And I'm glad I have a couple pairs because this one's gonna have to go in the washer after today. But let me spray the slime off this big thing and we'll show you. Time to clean this Cobia, otherwise known as a lemon fish, a ling crab muncher. They don't have teeth, but they have very sandpapery mouths and they're very dense. They have a nice white and mild flaky meat, kind of like a grouper or amberjack, but it's got kind of a lemony taste to it without adding lemon. That's why it's called a lemon fish, but highly desired in restaurants and fish markets, and by us. We'll take our sword 9-inch fillet knife and start filleting this big thing. I want you to hear they have a bony head. That's soft bone. We want to cut where that soft part is. It's like a giant flathead catfish almost. So cut down. And then it's going to be sliding all over the place. Thankfully my bird of prey tailgate cleaning board is big enough for these big fish. So go right along the backbone, or that dorsal fin I should say. Okay, they have small scales, but relatively easy to clean skin, or easy to cut through. And we're just going to fillet this down just like anything else. I mean, this thing was not in my cooler very long at all. But I'm just taking my time with it. They have a big spine, big old skeleton. So you want to go up and over that spine. And then what I'm going to do is poke my knife through all the way down. Try your best not to miss any meat. Nobody's perfect. Spray the board off a little bit just to clean up our work area. But they have a big rib cage. See that? Thick, and we want to be able to cut through those pin bones and go down that rib cage without cutting into the guts too bad, or at all if we can help it. Go down. Pretty much all fish are relatively the same to fillet. I mean, same general anatomy, just you have a little bit more to work with in something like this. See, I'm going over the rib cage. I'm trying to get y'all a good angle here. But there is our big cobia fillet. Wow, that's a lot of meat. And it's fresh. You can't get any fresher than that. It's never been inside a house or inside a refrigerator or freezer. And it was just swimming less than 6 hours ago. We'll get this belly meat out of there too once we do the other side. But this may gross you out, so if you want to skip ahead, you can, like right now. But I do want to see what the contents of what it's been eating for educational purposes. Helps you kind of become a better fisherman, and it's interesting to see as well, like I said, for educational purposes. But if you want to skip ahead, if it grosses you out, I'll suggest doing it now. If not, let's go ahead and get into its stomach. I feel a lot of stuff in there. See what it's been eating. That feels like a fish. There's a croaker, so that looks like my croaker. Check that out. And there's a few more fish in here too. Let's see what you are. These have already kind of been digested. I can't even tell you what that is. Some sort of, looks like another croaker. Yeah, it is another croaker. All right. And another croaker. If that doesn't tell you that they like croaker, then I don't know what to say, because look at this. What are you? We gotta keep its head intact to see what it is. Another croaker. I can feel that sharp gill plate. How many croaker does it have in its stomach? Yo, this thing was eating good. There's another fish. I don't know for sure what that bait fish is. There's another bait fish. I know this is probably gross to some of y'all, but it's interesting to see. It makes you a better fisherman. There is a, I don't know what that is. Some sort of sardine maybe? Yeah, how many fish does he have in his stomach? That's a croaker. Croaker. So 1 croaker, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 fish so far in that fish's stomach. 12. There's another croaker. 12 croaker in that cobia's stomach. That fish liked to eat. All right, let's spray this down and fillet the other side. I just think that's interesting. That's why I like to share it. Like I've mentioned, it's for educational purposes on YouTube. So I'm trying to stay within the guidelines. But these are all croaker. That's crazy. Full stomach full. A full stomach. I think we were throwing the right bait. Okay, well, I found a 13th bait fish and a small blue crab in them. So that's 13 bait fish and a crab in that cobia's stomach. Wow, he had a nice buffet before joining the band of Saltwater Express. Nice ice bath home. Well, that was neat. Let's finish the other side. But they also have a lot of belly meat, and their collar. We're going to get all that meat out of their collar too. See that? You don't want to waste any of that. But let's flip this big thing over and do the same thing. Fine. And you can feel it too. There's a real hard spot. All right. I'm gonna cut down and get that stomach meat out while we're here. That's pretty meat. Just gonna trim that stomach meat out. Look at that. Very sweet and tasty piece of meat you would miss if you didn't trim it out. Same thing with their collar, cheeks, head. There's a lot more than just a fillet on a lot of these fish. Now my gaff shop is there. That's where I tried. I think that's where I got him again, or I might have got him here. I tried there. He was tough. Let's get this side. Got a big old flat head. So it makes them weird to fillet. A lot of times you can leave both fillets on and just outline them, and it'll sometimes make it easier on something with these big heads like this, or wide body. Just kind of pulling the meat away, running my knife down along it. Very easy. Go over their big old spine. I'm gonna flip it around. Tails off. Once again, just a simple fillet, just like anything else. Except it's a little bit bigger than your typical speckled trout. Rib cage, go down. Okay, there we go. I mean, I probably could have went a little bit closer to the bone, but I mean, for a fish that big and the time that we have before it gets dark, I think we did pretty good. Let's pull the rest of this belly meat off. Got ribs, gotta watch out for. Don't want to waste any of that. Okay, lots of meat. I mean, this is a very delectable fish too. All right, slowly but surely we're getting our collar. There we go. That can go crapped right there with the rest of that stuff. Let me clean this table up. Well, now we have our collar, which I'll probably end up trimming up these fins. On the smaller fish, I like to leave them on, but this is just big and hard to manage. We have our belly meat right there, our 2 fillets, and then typically I have cheek meat as well. I didn't bother with getting the cheeks out of that one. It didn't really have too much around there, but I wanted to focus on getting that collar out. Now it's time to separate the skin from our ling. Now what I'm going to do is cut it in half. I like to make things easy to work with, and cutting it in half like that definitely makes it easier to skin it. So go down, take your knife parallel to the skin, and I kind of aim my knife up a little bit because I like to leave a little bit of that meat on the skin, and you'll get less red meat in your fillet. See that? That's just one part of this fish. And then see, I left, I mean, like a millimeter of skin just to leave all that red meat and fat on there. Same thing here. Let's get you enough to where you can grip onto it. And same thing, straight down. Nice cobia steaks. I mean, beautiful cobia fish. Beautiful pieces of meat. This is a lot of fish. I mean, a lot. I'm definitely going to share a lot with neighbors and friends, because that's what I like to do. I give a lot of fish away. Freezer stays full. We eat out of it, but I give a lot of fish away, and also let a lot go too. But kind of hard to turn back one of those. There's that piece, and like I said, I'll go through and trim out that red meat, pull out some more of these bones, and then make these into pieces like you would buy in the market. This is a lot right here. I mean, a lot of fish. And here's our collar that I want to, and typically what I do is split this down the middle. And since this is such a big fish, we're gonna make it into 2 pieces. Cut that skin off. We'll cut that big fin off. Okay. And there's a nice cobia collar half, or the throat. There's all our fish. Wow. We got the sun poking out of the clouds, and it is time to cut these up. And that is our dressed fish, or our filleted fish, and then we'll put these in nice pieces that we're going to cook in bags, and then we'll see when we're ready to cook them. Don't know if we're going to take them to another restaurant again or grill it. We'll find out in just a second. We'll see you there. Hey everyone, it is the next day. Our cobia is ready to cook. We're going to grill it. We're outside. Our coals are nice and grayed over. Beautiful sunny summer day. I have our cobia collar or throat, 3 cobia steaks, and then some skewers with some homegrown onions, bell peppers, and serrano chili, salt, pepper, garlic powder, olive oil. This one here has a Dixie Dirt butt rub and extra virgin olive oil. And then our cobia steaks have Chef Paul's Seafood Magic, salt, pepper, and EVOO. Real simple. These fish can take grilling, and they're full of flavor. Let's go ahead and get them on the grill. That's gonna be delicious. Can't wait. Make sure they got that nice coating on them so they don't dry out. Direct heat, because they are thick, but it's a firm fish when it cooks, kind of like amberjack, so it can take the heat. We're going to take our collar, skin side down, and that's not going to be flipped. That's just going to stay just like that. And then we're going to add our skewers on the outside. Whew. Pretty hot. Oh, one of our onions fell off. It'll be okay. Alrighty. We'll let these cook up, and it's going to be a delicious meal. I can't wait. Let me go throw the lid on there so that heat's retained and it grills and cooks nice and evenly. And then we'll flip our steaks in a couple minutes, but the collar is going to stay skin side down because it's a very tender meat. If you flip it, it'll fall apart. Let's throw our lid on there. Let those cook up for a few minutes. gonna be good. I can't wait. All right, let's see if it's time to flip our steaks. I think so. Let's see what they look like. Oh yeah, nice and blackened. That's what you want. Good crust. We'll let them stay on there a little bit less this time. I am going to sprinkle some lemon juice on them, just to keep them, just to add some more flavor. Cobia kind of has a natural lemon flavor on its own, but this keeps them from drying out even more. Few lemons. Do the same thing on our collar. And we'll let that cook. We'll let the steaks cook a couple more minutes and the rest will finish up easy. Let's check out our Cobia steaks. Oh yeah, those are ready. You don't want them dried out, but these are thick pieces, so you want to make sure they're cooked in the middle too. Still nice and tender, but it's got those good char marks, grill marks on there. A nice crust, but the inside is going to be nice and flaky. Now the collar has a little bit longer to go. And same thing with our vegetables. We want those to get kind of roasted or grilled, obviously. And then we'll be ready. But check that out. Those look awesome. See how white that meat is? I mean, and like I said, those are thick fillets, or those are thick steaks. So they're gonna be nice. They're gonna be good in the middle. Let's check out our collar and our skewers. And these are ready. Look at that, that's beautiful. Fresh vegetables, big old cobia throat that most people would just toss. And these are ready. It's gonna be great, y'all. Let's plate them up. Let's bring this collar, and like I said, I never flipped it at all. Whew, it's gonna be good. Smells great. Now, we'll grab our skewers. Set those up. Nice charred vegetables there. Whoa, that's hot. Alrighty. Look at that plate of food. Oh my goodness. Fresh from the USA, the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful waters, never frozen. Can't wait to try it. We gotta let this cool down and we'll go give this a try. It's been a little bit since I cooked cobia on the channel. Can't wait. We just came inside. I'm wearing, these are prescription, that's why I'm wearing them inside so I can see, because I'm about to go right back outside to enjoy this delicious meal. But let me pick up the skewer. One nice skewer of vegetables, and then I'm taking that collar. That's what I want to eat right there. And if you want to add lemon on there additionally, you can, but like I said, cobia has a pretty strong lemon taste already. So let's go outside. I'm gonna fix a drink and we'll go outside and enjoy this. Well, our food is finally cooked, and there's no better way to enjoy it in my backyard eating. Look at that plate of food right there. Got some sweet tea. We're gonna squeeze our lemon in there. It's hot, so let's give this a try. Alrighty, time to try the collar. Gonna peel that apart. See how nice that is? I mean, there's so much meat there, and this is only half of the collar. It's not even the full one, but I'm gonna give that a taste. With our butt rub, it's just a barbecue seasoning. Wow, it is not dried out at all. It is a explosion of flavors in your mouth, but you still get to enjoy that tasty fish. A little bit of kick in there from the pepper on that seasoning. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, that's a good piece of fish on its own, and I love the way you can eat it where you just kind of pick at it. But dadgum, that is good. I want to get some with our bell pepper and onion. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get some of this collar, lots of meat up in there, and I want to get a piece of this bell pepper. That bell pepper's sweet. There's no spiciness to it. but that butt rub has a little bit of kick to it, so it complements it well. Wow. About all I can say. Let me finish chewing. This dish right here is amazing. I mean, cobia is a highly sought after fish. You're only allowed 1 a person and 2 per boat in Alabama because the population has taken a pretty big hurting. So practice good conservation. That was a nice legal fish, 40-inch to the fork. Good keeper. And wow, and that is delicious. So I appreciate you for watching. I'm gonna finish this meal. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love doing these catch, clean, cooks and being able to share with y'all how you can prepare your own fish that you catch from the Gulf, from your home lake, ponds, rivers, or whatever. There's more ways to cook a fish than just fry, but we'll see you on the next Bama Saltwater Fishing video. All of our partners and sponsors are down in the description below. Smash that subscribe button, that like button, and drop a comment. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us, so we'll see you